When I was 17 years old, in the year of 1981, I got interested in the jazz pianist Bud Powell because I was listening to some bebop, Charlie Parker records, and Bud Powell had played on some of them. So I said, hey, I want to check out his stuff as a leader with his trio. So in those days, what you do is you go down to your local record store, and I had a record store where some of my friends worked, so they could recommend records to me. And I said, what Bud Powell record should I get to start with? And they recommended a collection of his stuff. I believe it was on the Verve record label, but it was a 2 CD set. And the first tune, was, I forget if it was a live recorder or not, but you hear. And to me, it was just, wow, this is bebop. And it's piano, and the piano's playing the melody, and just getting into that whole vibe. And I probably wore out the grooves on that record, listened to it so many times. And it was George Shearing's Conception, which some people say Bud Powell wrote. I don't know. But it's credited to George Shearing, a great pianist in his own right, and one of my high school idols as well. I'm Ron Drotos. Hi. This is my journey through the real book, number 69. And it's to illustrate a lot of things I teach at keyboardimprov.com. I have a video course, I teach Skype, so if you're just in lessons, check me out there. But this is to illustrate a lot of these points as I'm going through the real book and to help you just get a sense of these tunes a little more than if you just open the book. And I'll tell you, this whole series of videos started because in the original real book, at the bottom of the pages, they had a recommended recording. So it would say, Conception. It would say Bud Powell, the complete Bud Powell and Verve, or whatever. And that's how you got to know these tunes. If you really like to tune, you go out and get the recording. And I realized, as great as the new version of the real book is, it doesn't have that. So I thought, okay, what could I do? So I'm putting together, you can also check out Conception. I have a free ebook online, these pages called The Jazz Pianist's Ultimate Guide to the Real Book. You could just type in my name, Ron Drotos, or Jazz Pianist's Ultimate Guide to the Real Book, Conception, and you'll find some links, some practice tips, and a little history of the tune. Because you really need to know where these things come from. It's George Shearing, pure bebop. It moves around. It's the real book has 2 bebop tunes back to back, actually 3 with Con Alma. And it's a little rare, right? Because it jumps around stylistically, because it's chronological. But it's kind of fun to get into bebop land here for these 3 tunes. But this is it. This is the heart of bebop, these tunes right here. I'm just going to jump into it. It goes around from different keys, but it's basically in D flat, because it starts with a 2-5-1 in D flat before it goes elsewhere. And then it ends with a 2-5-1 in D flat. So it's like in a sense, like a Beethoven sonata or a Mozart sonata, and then it starts and ends on the home key, but it can go anywhere else in between. And a lot of times they would, in bebop era, they would do a little vamp to begin with. So I'm just going to do like, D, let's see, we could do a D, dominant 7th, sharp 9 kind of thing. Let's see where that takes us. Lots of fun, and it really did bring me back right to when I was 17 years old, listening to that, dropping the needle. What is this amazing music? Check out Bud Powell's recording. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you need any help with your jazz piano playing, and good luck.